America has such incredible resources and people from around the world. Welcome to America, everybody, and check out this fun interview we're going to have here. Stay tuned. Welcome everyone to Your Little Castle Show. Yours truly, the Cardinal Cowboy. Our guest, Sasa Markovic. Markovic.
You got
right? That's how we say it? Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, we appreciate our guest here today. Sasa, been a citizen now in America for 10 years. Been here since you were 18.
Yes.
I'm not going to say how old he is because I don't know, but he's been here for 20 years experience. We can say that. Plus, as a handyman and a lot of remodeling you do too.
Yes, I do.
Pretty cool. Well, fun conversation here because you help us to appreciate the world and the differences in our cultures, but also the things that are so exciting about this little planet in America, right? America, you two were talking a little bit about it, the difference between your native land and here and the lifestyle, and there's some things you appreciate about both. Is that true?
Yes. That is correct.
That's cool. But you're happy here. You've created a very successful business here, too.
Yes, I'm in a process of trying it, yeah.
And obviously, but you did work for Washington University for
14 years.
14 years, and then now you've got your own company after you learned, and then you worked there being the maintenance person. What was your work at Washington University when you were there?
Well, I started as a maintenance, but then I did pretty much everything, like installing all kinds of stuff, the kitchens, bedrooms, pretty much everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Washington University, they've got dorm rooms and apartments and buildings and a little bit of everything, so you got your hands on. So that was a good experience for you then to really learn hands on how to
100%.
Be constructive and do everything in America that we do here to build buildings.
Yes.
Maintain. Very cool. We're off on a tangent again, everybody. I just get very curious. We have, many people know I do talk about my mother very often, but she has been teaching in the Afton School District now for 60 years. I just did a whole dedication to her. And she said she really appreciates the Bosnian culture that has come to the St. Louis region. And are you what's your background?
Bosnian.
Are you Bosnian?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. I want to make sure you said it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and just hard work ethic, lots of soccer, and just dedicated. And she's told me she's very excited for all of what the Bosnians have brought to America. So thank you for bringing your culture and helping us here for many years now to make America even a better country that we all want it to be. We talked a little bit about your background there. What is your passion with regard to what you do? How do you think it is that you developed into this, and this is what you decided that you wanted to do with your life, with your career?
Well, I started as, just, like kind of remodeling my own place, and I liked it. I was helping my mom, and then, I had some help with my buddies in the beginning. I was like, hey, let's do the condo, and this is how it all started.
And then you got a job at WashU, right? And then full-time career that you're making. We're talking about potential. Everyone wants to retire, right? It's at some point where we say we have enough money saved up, we can choose if we want to work at that point or not. But that's your goal, and you're on the path there for that. That's kind of exciting.
I'm on the path, but I'm kind of missing some years now. But I'll be back.
Well, then I would say back to welcome to America, because most of us, the average retirement age, I believe, as far as set by the government, is 67 years old, because that's when you start to get Social Security, and it was 65. So many of us work until. So you got a long way to go.
Yeah, still have time.
I can only imagine. But based on what I think you're in your 40s, but you
45.
45.
Yeah.
But you've built a business, and that's what I say, and that's what kind of the American dream is. Is that kind of your experience in America? Lots of money to be made. We were talking about that. In Bosnia, a little different culture, not as focused on money, but more about the appreciation for enjoying life a little bit. I think so. You get to experience both cultures.
Yeah, I think it's all about having a happy medium, But like here in America, it's a little bit harder. Like there's work involved in every day, pretty much, and it's not like enjoyable, all the time, but work is work.
Yeah, well, that does it provide for the resources so that you can enjoy
Of
your
course,
time?
yeah,
And
yeah,
that balance,
yeah.
because in Bosnia, they're the not as much emphasis on work, but they're still, but then the resources may not be as much as you get here in the United States. Is that
Oh
true?
yeah, 100%.
Okay. Interesting discussion here. We're having a little pregame prep, as we always do, and like to learn about different cultures and the different lifestyles and the different parts of our planet. But like I said, the Bosnians have done a wonderful job here. I actually went to a Bosnian wedding with my mom. My dad is up in heaven, and so she invited me. She said, "Dad, Carter, will you be my date to the Bosnian wedding?"
That's
and
nice.
it was really cool, and I just love learning so much more about the different perspectives that we all have. But we're all generally trying to do what's right, help people, and provide for our families and make some friends along the way. True. Same is true in Bosnia, right?
Almost. Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, what about you? What you do fuels your passion, literally, for what you do. I mean, is it you enjoy waking up every day and being able to help build something, to help people construct something, to help people keep their lives on track? Because if the garage door doesn't open, or the door's broken, or the water's not running, these are problems that people have.
I think, yeah. I mean, like, I before when I was working for a company, I did not like it a whole lot. But then, like, when I switched that and I'm working for myself, I think it can open up. The people start to appreciate you more than over there. You just work, for a big company, and that's why, yeah, I think it's much better, like, for me to wake up in the morning and just love what I'm working on every day.
That's what we're talking about. That's kind of the American dream, and I'm with you. And not that there's anything wrong with working with big companies, but you're just kind of a smaller person in a large organization, and so then you cannot get the same appreciation. And the corporations generally do a good job of promoting and telling you to do good work. But when you're working for yourself, then you really get to take full responsibility. You're responsible for everything that goes on in the company, but people see the work that you do,
Yeah.
and that's become very satisfying for you.
Very much so, yeah. I love, like, when these old ladies and they, almost like, helpless, and like, I come and, like, I'm a hero at the end, and, just like you go home happy,
And they're very, yeah, I mean, my mom, I don't know, I would refer to her as a senior statesperson, but my mom she's done well. She's 82. She doesn't even hide that. I'll share that. But there are times when she needs help. And so very often I'm driving down there to help her, or whenever I come by, she's going, I only have 7 things for you to do here. But they do appreciate it, because some people may not have a son or daughter in the vicinity that can help with those things. And there are often the tasks that some people would just determine you need more power to lift things. So often the guys get, those are the tasks for the guys, and then the ladies do other more important things. Many people argue, obviously. But like, for instance, we pulled a tree that had fallen. It was just a big branch had fallen on the roof, the house that I grew up in, that my mom still lives in. So somebody had to go up there. But are those the kinds of things you get to do, to say, because that's a big branch. A lady who's in her 70s.
I don't offer that kind of help, but like, like in people, like when they need help, I help them like that. But like I don't do this stuff.
Yeah, you don't say, hey, by the way, I'm the tree guy.
No. Like there's 3 people, yeah.
Right, but it's a matter. And so, what are the typical things you do help people with most often?
So like I specialize in the kitchens and the bathrooms. This is what I like to do, and then like I do pretty much everything inside, like plumbing wise, pretty much anything you can think of. Like I do like just like whole basement, remodels, and that's pretty much everything inside. I prefer to work inside than outside, but like, I just did the deck in the hottest
time of the year.
Hottest time of the year, and it was very bad. And then I kind of decided I don't want to do stuff outside because it's hard to plan it because of the weather. And,
right.
It's so hard.
Sure. Well, I appreciate that, because literally, like, and as I say, your name by definition is Handyman Deluxe, but you really specialize in doing anything inside, up to and including complete remodels.
Yeah.
And transfer your home remodel dream into reality. We pulled that from your website, and that makes sense, because now you're not just fixing the faucet, or not just fixing the washer or dryer, you're helping to rebuild that whole room, and you can pull in cabinets and put in everything that's necessary, and then you have friends who will do the flooring for you. I guess you said you like to contract that out, so you become a general contractor, right?
So in a way, idea for this, because I wanted to make it that like the people just call one person. They don't have to call, like electrician, plumbers, because it's a headache. And then like they're gonna do one thing and they're not gonna do whole thing, and then they're gonna rely on other people to come after. So my idea was that you just call one person and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, so the handyman who is taking the time to be very handy for any particular, and you will bring in the resources as necessary, but you can do most all the work yourself, and you enjoy doing everything on the interior, kitchens, baths, basements. What are the other things you focus on?
Pretty much everything, inside, like, I don't
Laundry room?
Laundry room. So like I'm just building up like a closet, extra closet for a lady. Didn't want to go in a basement anymore, so they want to have it in a hallway. So I'm gonna build up brand new closet for them.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is very useful stuff, because as people get older, when my dad had his stroke, he could no longer go up and down the steps. So we ended up having a neighbor somebody had passed, and they said, would you like to, we'll give you for like $200 the lift chair that goes up and down. It's normally like a $2,000 or $3,000 device. But you had to have somebody come over and install that. But the point is also that because he couldn't go downstairs, you needed all the resources for him to be upstairs to where he could get to them. So you're helping them to reorganize.
Yes.
And just anything within that area upstairs, you'll help them to organize it so they make it easier for them to use.
Yeah. That was the ideal, I pretty much do that, all the time with other people, organizing so their life it's easier.
There you go, everybody. Help people, and the world will become a better place. Makes you feel good. You take pride then in the work that you do, right?
Yes.
And obviously, when you get done, you're very happy customers. We've got a number of reviews here from Sasha, and also that BBB rating, A+. Good job on that. We'll share that with everybody here. And I think I might even pull that up on the wall for everybody right now. But what's it make you feel like to have the BBB say nice things about you down here? You can see, I'm going to scroll down here. There's that A+. What's it like having an A+ from the BBB?
Well,
website?
I would not, accept anything else but A+.
I got you. Yeah. And I mean, how is it you feel like you earned that A+?
I think I just started maybe a couple years ago with them, and they reached out to me, and I was like, why not? At the moment I had no idea whole lot about BBB, but then I realized that a lot of people, they rely on that websites in a way, like they feel safe because they do the background checks on people and everything on the companies, and it makes sense.
Yeah, we did give a quick. I pressed the button there that took you to your website, but I'm going to share with everybody. Here is Sasha's website. Very handy. It's a website that he's got there, but take a look here. You can see lots of great information for you as you see what all he has to offer, and lots of resources that you make it available so people can understand the work that you've done. We're also going to show off a number of his pictures, and there's some of those reviews we were talking about. So how cool is it to have? When did you decide it was necessary you wanted to get a website? How long were you in business before you said, I better get a website?
I think maybe a year after, I was like, okay, I have to show people that I'm 100% legit. The first thing I got the van, and advertise stuff on my van and stuff in a van, and then that's how it started.
Yeah, this is such a cool story. I put from somebody who literally from a different country, and recently had another gentleman, one of our new sponsors, partners on our show, Adam, came from another country and worked really hard because they realized that that's what will make it for success in America.
Only way.
Only way. I like that. And have done very well now too. And so that's what we like to emphasize and show to other people. There's a lot of people who are born in America who don't realize the opportunity they have here, and many times will spend more time complaining about what's not fair or not done or whatever then they would take the energy to just go out and do it and stop the complaining. Is that something you've seen before?
I agree with you 100%, sir. But yeah, I mean, there are all kinds of opportunities here, and if we don't take on those opportunities, we're gonna be, I'm not gonna say in a hole, but like, you know, like, why not?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I do see people that generally spend as much time as you can imagine, because I know the time and energy it takes to accomplish things. I've been fortunate. My parents, there was no messing around, not getting things done when if Mrs. R and both my mom and my dad, and I appreciate that now because then I learned what it takes to do the work, and then it's less work to just focus, get it done, than it is to go, I don't feel like it. It's not my thing. And somebody help me. And I get it. We have tough times in life, and there's things that are not easy, but you learn, and then you can improve, and one day own your own company.
Yeah, I mean, one day I kind of realized this is the only way now, just to open up, you know, something on my own, and I'm the happiest now.
Happiest now, everybody, because he's gone off and done it and taken the time and energy and started his own company. All right, everybody, we're going to show you a little bit more about the community stuff we've been fortunate to do. I'm going to put the cowboy hat on. As you can see, we're out there. This is a fun little quick, outside of Busch Stadium, these kids, one of them was throwing out the first pitch at the Cardinal game. Check this out, everybody.
Come up and see the Cardinals. Come on up here, let's hear what they say. Why did you decide you want to come see the Cardinals? What's your name first?
Hunter.
Hunter, why did you decide to come see the Cardinals?
Because we're playing a tournament here.
Because we're playing a tournament here. What about you?
They decided to.
They decided to. Why did you decide to come up here? Are you one of the players?
They decided to.
He's a bad boy.
He's a bad boy? Okay.
He's a bad boy.
All right, now we got something else going on kind of exciting here. We're going to work on this a little bit. Who's going to throw out the first pitch today? What's your first name?
Wyatt.
Wyatt? All right, Wyatt. Now let's practice this a little bit. Are you righty or lefty? All right, so give me your form. Are you going to do wind up or are you going to do stretch? All right, so just show me how to do this. How are you going to do it? Right, all right, move over for me right there. You got to hold it. Don't let that trophy. I know it looks heavier on TV. I know. All right, you go like this, right? That's the rubber right there. Let's say, all right. We'll step up here. Show me how you're going to do it. All right, pretty good. Now, if I was going to be out there, maybe someday, here, I'll do a little bit more like this. Ready? It's called the Al Rabowski Cardinal Cowboy. Here we go. You gotta get, hold on. That's how you gotta, think you can do it? All right, let's go Cardinals on 3. You guys ready? You got it? You're all watching the Cardinals game. So come over and hold the trophy. You got it? All right, here we go. Hold that up, because I'm gonna let you, if you guys say, let's go Cardinals, then you guys get a picture with the trophy. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go Cardinals! Giddy up, touch the knuckles for good luck. Here we go. Come on.
Come on, guys.
All right, guys. There we go.
Knuckles.
We're gonna get you guys all pumped up before the game's over. I promise. To section 237. All right.
His name is Carter Rathwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as the Cardinal Cowboy. He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile, a cheer, some positive encouragement, and lots and lots of selfies and pics. But the Cardinal Cowboy was born of a tragic incident. Rathwich was an aspiring athlete in high school and college. He dreamed of playing in the big leagues, but those dreams ended when he and 3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds. to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goals, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up. Hey everybody, Cardinal Cowboy here. I want to invite all of you to be part of my new team. No, you don't have to put on a baseball uniform and be a super fan. Now, it would be a good idea to cheer for the Cardinals, the greatest team in the history of the National League. But I'm talking about the Gold Cowboy team. You know, I love to help people follow their dreams and reach their goals in business and in life. So that's one of the reasons why I'm telling you about my friends at My Metal Pro. They help people like you and I acquire gold and silver with a membership that lets you safely buy, sell, and store gold and silver. They make it real easy to get started. My Metal Pro isn't like the big guys you see on network TV or the big coin shops that take a huge commission. So become part of my Gold Cowboy team. Scan the QR code or go to goldcowboy.com and check it out. Giddy up! Well, there we go, everybody. And Sasha and I got to talk a little bit about just, we've both been through some medical situations. When you were a kid, you had something that was challenging for you. And my point is, I don't think everyone has to go through a very challenging, ideally, they don't have to go through a very challenging situation to appreciate and understand that you get one shot on this planet to do things, to be successful, to enjoy this time you have here. Don't waste it, right? So many times people just, they don't realize what kind of a gift this is to be, you know, alive and functioning and fully capable. And so many kids we see out there who have gone through major hurdles, and they really do appreciate life. And you've been going through, somebody's been through something a little bit, you kind of a private situation for you, you mentioned to me, but you overcame and went off and conquered the world.
I'm not gonna say I conquered the world, but
you are, man. If you look at
but I'm on it. But I'm on it. Yeah.
So that's encouraging. And I guess what I'm saying is you've learned to appreciate how important it is to take advantage of this time we have on the planet.
Oh yeah. I give my best.
There you go. With that, everybody, we're going to give a shout out to our sponsors, Carroll House Furniture, because you like nice things in your little castle, right? Where else would these things be except in the castle? And maybe that castle was remodeled or updated, or just some basic work that needed to be for minor changes and upgrades. Sasha will handle all of those things for you and do so. But we'll also shout out to our new partners here, the Indoor Comfort Team, and these guys have done a great job putting our new HVAC system in our house here. We're what's called a mini split, and now we don't have to turn off and on portable air conditioners to keep it cool in here, where it says like, oh guys, we got a little break here, we can turn on the air conditioners for 2 minutes, and then it's just kind of cool. And a steady temperature at 70 degrees. I'm looking at it right now. Is it comfortable in here?
Yeah, very good install as well.
Yeah, thank you to the guys there at the Indoor Comfort Team. Adam and his crew there, Andrew, Malcolm, Abdul, and oh boy, I'm going to get in trouble now. I forgot everybody's name, but they're all, I wrote them a great review and put some information about these guys because they really did a great job. All right, with that, let's talk about it. We talked about your reviews, but let's do a quick, what I call financial needs or money analysis. How often is it people are getting work done and you're saving them quite a bit of money because they could maybe do it themselves, or I guess it's something we don't talk about as often. If it's something that needs to be fixed and they're not fixing it, it's causing the value of their home to go down. So you're really bringing some of these houses back to life, increasing the value. Is that true?
Yes. So like I think you almost have to do the maintenance on your house in order not the big stuff to go bad. So in a way you're gonna save some money in the long run, invest in all kinds of money in your house. So like when you call me, I handle all this small stuff, and then it's gonna prevent the big stuff to kind of go bad, you know.
Yeah, because how often is it the case that we have something that's not properly maintained, then it starts to deteriorate, then it gets moldy or water or rusted, and now you've got to replace it, where if it had just been properly maintained, you wouldn't have to spend so much money to buy a new one. Is that
Yes.
something you can help people do too?
Oh yeah, this is what I specialize in. Like,
There you go, everybody. Sasha, helping save the world by just properly maintaining things. It's just kind of common sense, but we all get busy and we need some help sometimes. I'll give an example. Recently, I know of a roof that needed some work, and a little bit outside. You do some roofing, I guess, to maintain it, but you don't do roofs installs. But
not really. I don't do any roofs. You know,
Right.
I have the guys. I can call
right, you
if
got your
they
crew
need.
that
Yeah.
you can get to.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point was that they had the shingles had been deteriorating, and underneath, because they didn't maintain it, the plywood started to fail, and that could be true on the side of a house, siding, soffit fascias,
Yeah.
and then on the inside of a house too, where if they have a leak of water, how often does somebody have a leak underneath their sink?
All the time. Yeah. Because
Well-
people don't pay attention about this stuff, and
And
then
it starts to cause the under cabinets to deteriorate.
and then we have to swap the kitchen only because of that water spot underneath the sink.
That could be expensive. It sounds
Yeah.
like. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. We're almost halfway through here. What if you could say there's one thing that sets you apart? We've got about 2 minutes here. What really sets you apart from other people who do similar things to you? Something you're best at?
That's a hard question. But I think I made this company to start so in a way that people just can call one person to handle all the work, all their needs. So that's where I'm at the moment.
Well, and that's why I say, and also what you mentioned to me earlier, you're very efficient with what you do. So people will turn around, you said, and they go, okay, I know you got these things to do, and they go turn around and bam, bam, and it's all done.
Yeah.
Because you do a good job, but you're efficient with your time too.
Sometimes, like people ask me, like they add on stuff, and I didn't even quote the work, but like I handle it, and like I just like to see people like how happy they get, like just because it's done so quick and it's been years that they couldn't do it.
That's important. Keeps customers happy if you go a little bit above and beyond. But how often is there something where you can see it needs to be taken care of? They didn't even notice it, but you went ahead and took care of it. And sometimes you do that
all the time. Yeah,
all the time.
All the time. I swear to you, it's like it makes me happy a little bit. Like when I see people smiling, at the end.
We love to put that smile on somebody's face, everybody. That's what this show is all really about. And we've got experts in our community doing it to make a difference and help as many people as we can. So, Sasha, I want to thank you for taking time to come in here. Check it out, everybody. My slider should time that. Handyman Deluxe Services, handymandeluxeservices.com. You can call Sasha or text him at 314-422-8030, and you'll answer their call.
Of course.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Stay tuned for more. This is the Your Little Castle Show. Giddy up.